Okay, now that we've got the motor shaft and bearings as an assembly removed from the machine, we're going to proceed to take the bearings from the shaft. And again, we're doing this right now because this is new technology in a fixed housing, and it's tricky, the method in which you get the insert from the housing. And that is the reason for this demonstration. The first step is the standard method of changing the bearings. Loosen up all the set screws. The new housing, the bearing inserts the set screws are located 2 on each side of the housing at 120 degrees. We've machined flats into the motor shaft and with indicating lines scribed to the outside for ease to find them when you're assembling it, disassembling the machine. One more thing, this is crucial or critical here, which separates this bearing and makes it so special. You must take the grease fitting off, and inside the grease fitting you'll need a magnet. You reach into the hole, you take a pin out. This pin here is actually what locates the bearing. It seems like a simple little piece, but it locates and stabilizes the bearing and helps evenly distribute the grease when installed properly. You cannot get the insert out of the housing without removing this. Okay, at this point, I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to take the insert, the traditional insert that comes from that belongs with the split housing that we've always traditionally used. We'll remove that. At this point, if you were in your workshop and you had the housing, the fixed housing, in a vise, the next step will be a lot easier than what I'm going to show you. Because I don't and where I'm at, I'm going to put this back on the machine. And I'm going to tighten it down with one of the bolts that's traditionally used. And I'm only doing this to use it for a leverage point and to hold the fixed housing in place. At this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cock the bearing up like so. And in doing so, the shaft is only being used for leverage. I can now slide the shaft out. And with the shaft out, I'm now free to remove the bearing insert. I have a rubber mallet, and I can just tap at it. With a couple of taps, it becomes loose. See it pivoting around. When it pivots to the center, it just slides out. And there you have it, it's all done. You'll see that there is a dimple that that's used to locate it and distribute the grease, and that's the pin that we discussed earlier that we use to line it back up. It comes out rather difficult, but this bearing here will last, I'm going to go out and say 6 times longer than the traditional insert. And installing it back in, you want to make sure you have this dimple on the proper side. You want to stick it in like so. And you want to rotate it up. You want to line up your insert or your dimple with the grease fitting. Again, you take your rubber mallet, bang it a few times. At this point, you want to take a flashlight, look down on the hole, get the dimple in the proper position. When it's in the proper position, you drop the pin back in. It's very important that you are lined up. If you're not, the grease fitting will not sit properly. And when you go to tighten it, you'll drive that pin into the bearing itself, and that is not a good thing. At that point, it's very snug. You can use the motor shaft again as a vehicle to line the shaft, line the bearing up. There are no shims. It's a fixed height. You can, at that point, just reassemble the shaft. You can take it off. It will move around. It will self-aligning. That pin is keeping it from moving up and down too much, but it will help in the alignment process. That's it.